time is 6:30 p.m. The regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Freehold for December 15th, 2025 is now called to order. Adequate notice of this meeting is provided at least 48 hours prior to the commencement of this meeting pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 231 of the laws of 1975, the Open Public Meetings Act. Most of the time, date, and location of this meeting has been provided by posting a copy of the public meeting dates on the municipal bulletin board, by sending a copy to the Asbury Park Press, and by filing a copy with the municipal clerk. I'd like to ask everyone to please stand for a salute to the flag, followed by a moment of silence. Keep calm here, please, Liz.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Kane.
Here.
Councilman Benedetto.
Here.
Councilman Friedman.
Here.
Councilwoman Jordan. Here. Councilman Reich.
Here.
Councilwoman Rogers. Here. Councilwoman Stutzer.
Okay, item 4, we're just going to hold this for a minute. There might have been some confusion. The planning board meeting started at 7, so I'm not sure Bill knew that it was 6:30. But anyway, we'll come back. I know Bill said he was coming, so we'll come back to that. Item 5, workshop discussion. Have anything for workshop?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. We'll go to item 6, our administrative report. I'll turn it over to our administrator, Steve Gallo.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members on the dais, citizens here in the chamber, and those at home. I'll briefly synopsize some of the activities that we've gone through over the past month and then answer any questions that anybody might have. With regard to redevelopment, our hometown redevelopment project is moving forward. You've probably noticed a project sign has been put up, and the prospective developer is finalizing his acquisition of the remaining 3 parcels of land to complete the assemblage of the properties needed to comprise the entirety of the project. Once they have the properties under control, then they will move forward into the land use process, which will begin with a hearing before the planning board. They've also begun to conduct geotechnical studies needed to design the project, so you'll probably see engineers out doing work. There's also a project moving forward at the corner of Court Street and Broad Street, known now as the Victory Court Redevelopment Project. And we just finalized going over the design with the developer, and that should be finalized, and then that will be drafted into a redevelopment plan, which will be heard before the planning board and then returned to this body for consideration. On 200 Park Avenue, I spoke with the developer's representative last week, and they said that they are in resolution compliance, which means that they're in the process of answering all of the comments that were made by our professionals on the review of their plans. Once they come into compliance with the resolution, then they can move forward with actual construction, getting construction permits, and that should happen in the first quarter of the new year. We continue to work with Nestle's towards designating a developer for the property in the borough. There also is a large amount of property in the township, and Nestle has been negotiating with a particular developer. One of the aspects of the proposal that they are asking us to consider involves a manufacturing facility, which would mean jobs for the community, as well as enhanced ratables. So nothing's been finalized, but that's what is in the discussion stages at this point. We're also in discussions with the new owners of the Freehold Raceway, and they have a concept plan that they wish to present to borough professionals and officials in the new year, so we'll see what that's all about. 500 Park Avenue, we're negotiating the design standards with the developer to ensure a quality project, and once that's accomplished, it will go into a redevelopment plan and follow the usual course of business. With regard to roadway projects, Lloyd Street is complete and Monmouth Avenue is complete. Bond and Liberty Street they were working on inlets and catch basins, and with the cold weather and the snow that we had, that's going to hold it up. and it's likely that that work won't be completed until the asphalt houses reopen in March. It's unfortunate, we wanted to get that done, but after a certain amount of freezing temperatures, you can't lay asphalt without it coming off the surface, so it's wiser to postpone that. We're moving forward with our park projects, including the Inclusive Park project on Lenore Street, and the Musgrave Park, our environmental assessment's been completed, and Green Acres is reviewing that. Veterans Park, we have approved funding for the new stairway, as well as repairing the picnic structure, installing electricity and additional benches, tables, and lighting throughout the park. That job will be commissioned in the spring. On Wilson Field, we're assembling funding from various sources to lay the pad down for the soccer mini pitches that we want to install there, and then we have a grant for that equipment. Liberty Street Park, we kind of got held up because of an environmental concern that was identified involving some lead in the ground about 5 feet deep. They did a test and they identified some historic lead fill. So we're going to be remediating that before we move forward. It's not an exposure condition because it's underneath the earth, but we're moving forward with remediation. Court Street School, we had to reject the bids that were received because they came in above the construction estimate, and we're taking bids later on this week. Hopefully we can get a contract awarded in January and get that work underway. We're in discussions with USA Architects about the new public safety facility, and in the new year we will get the committee together to go over what's being proposed and get some consensus going on terms of what our next steps are. We're working with the clerk's office for digital file storage, and in the new year, we're also working on recodification. The code should be online and searchable in the new year, so that'll be helpful. Our wayfinding sign project with the parking utility is underway. We did a tour of the town with stakeholders, and basically our professionals are designing the project. We'll have a chance to look at it when they're finished, and that will include real-time signage at the parking lots to advise you of the current status of whether or not paid parking is in effect. We're also working on overcrowding initiatives, and part of that will be the reorganization of our property maintenance code enforcement efforts in the new year. We should have a new approach to that we're working on. The Historic Trails project, we have a meeting with the county to go over finalize the website content, and those signs should be in place for the spring of the new year. We've also done a traffic survey on Brentwood and Barcalow. They did a traffic study with equipment to measure counts and everything, and they're considering and designing a number of traffic calming measures, which we will review internally and then have a community meeting with the area residents to talk about possible solutions that would slow traffic down in that neighborhood. We're also pursuing the installation of electric vehicle charging stations. Everybody talks about all this grant money that's available for the electric vehicle charging stations. We can't find it. Everybody says that there's so much money available, but when push comes to shove, there's just not enough to commission a project. The equipment is actually very expensive, but we're hopeful that we can put it together. We are also working on our Safe Routes to School project. We have to assign our project engineer. And we also have the Main Street crosswalk beacons. We had a meeting on that today, and that's both at Throckmorton Street and the mid-block crosswalk in downtown Freehold. We have a design that's going to be submitted to DOT for their approval. Once they approve it, we can go out and buy the stuff and have it installed. So that's some of the things that we're working on, and I can answer any questions if anybody has any.
Yeah, I just had a question about the construction that's moving forward. It's pretty likely that there's going to be construction both at 200 Park Avenue
Yes.
and Main Street at the same time.
I would say yes. You're talking about at Hometown and 200 Park.
What are we thinking as far as, controlling the traffic and
Well, I don't anticipate many impacts on the traffic itself in the street. It would be the responsibility of the contractors to put forth a plan for the maintenance and protection of traffic, and then that would be reviewed with the chief, and he would sign off on it. If it requires that they hire police officers to direct traffic or any other restrictions need to be put in place, we will make sure that happens. In particular, the school's location near 200 Park Avenue would be a concern. So we have to make sure that construction hours and the school going in and out are considered. So we will make sure that happens, yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions, questions on the administrative report?
Thank you for all your hard work.
No, please.
Okay, item 7 is the approval of minutes, council meeting December 1st, 2025.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson De Benedetto?
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Jordan. Yes. Reich.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, the minutes of the council meeting December.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. I was ahead of myself. I have this.
Okay.
The minutes of the council meeting December 1st, 2025 are approved. Item 8 is the second reading of public hearing on ordinance 2025/24, establishing certain new regulations concerning vehicles, traffic, and amending and supplementing Chapter 10 entitled Vehicles and Traffic of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Freehold. This is a second reading public hearing. I'd like to open up to the public. Anyone from the public care to make a comment or address this ordinance? Please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Seeing no one coming up from the public, I make a motion to close the public portion. I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Jordan. Yes. Reich.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, we have a resolution adopting ordinance 2025/24 and authorization of publication.
I'll make a motion to approve that, please. I'll second the
Any discussion?
Yeah, just to reiterate from the last meeting, this is gonna limit truck deliveries in the MCM zones, which is basically Stokes, and between 8:30 and 5:30 PM. Apparently there's been a lot of trucks coming in overnight and disturbing the residents are in Stokes, John, Williams, Thomas, Lenore, Voight, and Bound, so this should address those overnight truck delivery issues. That's it.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilperson De Benedetto?
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Jordan. Yes. Reich.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2025/24 is adopted. All right, let's go back to item 4. I apologize, Bill, our planning board meetings are 7 o'clock, our council meetings are 6:30. We forgot to tell you that slight little detail, but I'm telling you early. So,
From number 4.
yeah.
Oh, is it his turn right now?
Yeah, so we'll go back to resolution of the mayor and council of the Borough of Freehold honoring William Bill Baracelli on his resignation from the Freehold Borough Planning Board. I'd like to ask you to come up. We want to present you with a Councilwoman Rogers, our representative
I'll take a
to the
picture.
planning board.
Oh, we start crying.
Do we have any planning board members?
Yes, we do, as a matter of fact. Actually, I want you planning board members come up too. We have a former councilman and planning board member. You guys come up and join us.
I think we're all performers. Yeah. All performers. Yeah, I think, Kevin, I think we all are. We're all performers.
All right, everybody, all right, anybody
Yeah.
who's not been on the planning board, no. Bill, I ask you to come over in the center here. I'm gonna ask Councilwoman Rogers if she'd read the proclamation, the resolutions, into the record for us, honoring Bill on his retirement.
So this is a resolution of the Borough of Freehold, of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Freehold, honoring William Bill Baracelli on his resignation from the Freehold Borough Planning Board. Whereas Bill Baracelli was educated through the Kingsburg Public School System, graduating from Middletown Township High School and Jersey City State College, And whereas Bill Baricelli was employed by the Freehold Regional High School District for 41 years, he began working at 24 at the Freehold High School and retired from Marlboro High School, having taught civics and American history and served as JV basketball coach for many years. And whereas Bill Baricelli has lived in Freehold Borough for 20 years, previously residing in Marlboro for 35 years, and whereas Bill Baricelli has dedicated himself to the planning board for 15 years, beginning as an alternate number 3 member in 2010, he progressed and has held the position of chairman from January 2020 through December 2025. Bill's knowledge and ability to manage a meeting is admirable, and his commitment is invaluable, as he rarely missed a meeting, showing his true dedication by planning his vacations around the board meetings. And whereas Bill Baricelli loves to travel and has been almost everywhere at least once, and whereas Bill Baricelli married Jane and together raised 3 daughters, Donna, Beth, and Lisa, and enjoyed 2 granddaughters, Elisa and Danielle. And whereas Bill Baricelli stays young by going to the gym, working on his rental properties himself, and not missing 2-for-1 Wednesdays at Carvel. Now therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Freehold ask the membership of the planning board and the Freehold community to join us in thanking Bill Baricelli for his enthusiasm and dedication to Freehold Borough. Be it further resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Freehold wish to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Bill Baricelli, along with their best wishes for many more years of health, happiness, and safe travels.
So on behalf of all of us and all the residents, we just want to thank you and congratulate you on your second retirement from the planning board. Before we let you talk, I want to just go around the room, and anybody that wants to say a few words about Bill and your time on the board, just feel free.
Bill actually was on the zoning board before the planning board, so it's been longer than that. It's been longer than 2010. He's done a great job, he was not only great at running the meetings, he had a business mindset for the most part on the applications that were coming through. It was fantastic working with you all those years.
Thank you, sir. We work together at the Education Foundation.
Yes.
Anybody else, feel free to jump in.
As the vice chairman for the last several years, I got to sit beside Bill and just see how prepared he was for the meetings, and plus just hearing that he took over the chairmanship in January of 2020, right before we had to do all those virtual meetings with COVID and everything. He got us through it. The town continued to function, during all those COVID lockdowns and having to do those online meetings. It was a terrible time, but we made it work. And you've been a very strong leader for us. So thank you very much, Bill.
And, I just wanted to say, when I started, Bill was the chairman, and he was so welcoming. I mean, it was quite a learning curve for me, and you were always, as I said, very welcoming, supportive, and that's how you are as a chairperson, supportive, I think, of all of the members. Always trying to get consensus, which is good, always good. And I think, such a great, sensitivity to all of the people that are there, all of the public that comes. So I think I've learned a lot,
Yeah, Bill, it's a long, long time you serve, and you give 110% to a commitment, and we thank you. But also, we'd like to thank the family who gave Bill to us and sent him out on those nights and change your vacations and all. It's a commitment from you also. So your whole family, we'd like to thank you.
Thank you very much.
I just want to echo what Karen had said. When I came aboard, you were vice chair at that time, and it was overwhelming. I had no idea what I was. I would turn the plans the wrong way. It was crazy, but you were patient, and you were always asking the right questions and guiding the board to the right decisions based on your knowledge, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I just want to say, I'm still fairly new to the planning board, compared to Bill, but I have learned so much just from the questions he's asked, the way he runs the meetings and things like that. I did not, like Annette said, I did not know anything about planning board when I first started coming to the meetings. But Bill is a person who leads by example and make sure we understand what's going on. If he felt we didn't understand, he would have a lawyer explain it. And it has just been such a rewarding experience working along with you as chair and learning from you. And we will definitely miss you.
I had known Bill for many years. Bill actually had known me before I knew me. He actually taught my mom in school. So when you got on the planning and zoning board as an alternate while I was on the board, my mom goes, I know him. I've known him for years. But through the planning and zoning board, I got to know you really well. I got to work beside you in the chair and co-chair position in the latter years on our term on the planning and zoning board. I am quite disappointed that you've never allowed me to stow away on one of your vacations. Yeah. No, they can stay behind. I'd rather you go. But Bill, the work that you do both inside and off the planning board as well, through your volunteer efforts, through your charitable efforts, just the work that you do with the houses that you renovate and rehabilitate as well, speaks a lot about you and about your family as well. I got to know Jane over a number of years too, and it's always been a pleasure to be around you guys. You're some of the nicest people that I've ever met. And the planning and zoning board, I'm sorry, but the planning and zoning board, when I left the planning and zoning board in your hands, I had no doubt that you were going to take it to great places. Really appreciate all your time and effort, and I hope this is an official retirement for you, so that you get to go and do all the wonderful things that you want to do. And I will tell you that Jersey Freeze is better ice cream than Cargo. But not too much, not yet, but
Milkshakes.
congratulations. Oh yeah? Yeah, okay. After that design?
Bill, simply want to congratulate you. We are friends outside of the planning board, and this is great for you to be able to spend more time with your family. I did both sides on the board with you and fighting for applications, and always appreciate your respect, and particularly everyone that came on. So
I appreciate the popcorn concession at the concerts.
well, you keep coming, and it'll be there.
It's all yours, sir.
The first thing I have to acknowledge is my family. They're the most important people to me, and they're my biggest backers. So in the middle, the biggest smile is my wife of 62 years, Jane. In the back row is my oldest daughter, Donna, and in front of her is her husband, Stuart. And then over to the right, boy, everybody wore glasses. Is the baby of our family, Lisa. So I really, really love my family. And we love you. But now, of course, Mr. Mayor, and I warn you right now, I'm a former history teacher. You gave me the floor.
Go for it. Go for it. We're going to listen.
Sharon's
Should we
not
sit
here.
now?
Sharon's not here. Sharon could appreciate, first of all, my wife and my two daughters are teachers.
Thank you.
And we all work very, very hard to prepare for a school year, for a school day, for a school lesson. And when you do that, you never know what's coming across. You think you have these great ideas, I can teach you knowledge, I can give you skills, I want you to be a better person, I want you to be a better citizen, the whole thing. But you never know the outcome. Coincidentally, like 20 years after I retired, I meet a young man in Home Depot. He recognizes me, I recognize him. He said, "Oh, you were my history teacher." I said, "Oh, great." He said, "I never forgot that you always matched your tie with your socks." And I'm sitting there, I said, I worked so hard to get the one thing you got.
But it worked.
But I wish Sharon was here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sharon, she's fine, but she fell the other night, whacked her head, and she's nursing a couple injuries. She wanted to be here for this.
But, so you never know what you're doing. So as a teacher, your impact on it. But I am here because of the impact of two of my former students. One is Lynn Hammerreich. My first year teaching, I got this little person, and I'm not that big person, I'm not also like little. Lynn Hammer, in my 7th lesson, she was a good student, and I like teaching government, she learned government. I can still remember her having signs up on the wall of Field High School. She was running for a class officer, and Lynn Hammer, there's a poster, there's a hammer. So when I moved
Kind of on the head, right? Yeah.
So when I moved into this town, she called me, and she said, now, there's an educational foundation, would you be interested in coming to a meeting? And so I went. I said, wow, this is kind of cool. I can do that. I did that for a lot of years, except one of the tasks was to teach 4th graders how to ride a bike. And George and I are running along these kids trying to teach how to ride a bike. I said, I can't do this anymore. This is enough, So that was and then a couple years later, I go into Home Depot, and there's Michael Wilson. Oh, how you doing? I said, I just moved to town. And 2 years later, he says, would you be interested in being on the zoning board? That sounds like a good thing to do. So I joined, and then I served on the zoning board until they decided to split the zoning board. And so then George gives me a call. He says, oh, I heard about you. Would you want to be on the planning board? I said, wow, this is kind of cool. So that's why I'm here, because the students, and of course, they were 16, 17 years old, and I didn't expect to ever see them again, So it's been good, Now, as far as this award, can I take this?
Yes.
There's a story to this too. You mentioned I worked for the regional board for 41 years. Retired in 2003, and in July I get a letter from the superintendent, who I will not name, inviting me to attend an October board meeting where they're going to honor the retirees from the previous year. Unfortunately, we already booked a vacation to Eastern Europe. you know my vacations are important.
Yeah.
I write a letter back, thank you very much, but I can't attend the meeting. So we get back from vacation, and in the mail is a folded envelope from the superintendent's office. This is kind of cool. What is what's inside? So I open it up, and there's a piece of paper, just like this, in fact, folded in 4 pieces, 4 squares. It's a proclamation for the board. But it's so well creased, but you can't put this in a frame and hang it up, But after 41 years, my gift was a ballpoint pen.
I'll never forget
A
that.
ballpoint pen after 41 years. But my name is not on it. The board's name is on it. So I put the tooth back into the envelope and I mailed it back to the superintendent. There's no thank you. This is a first year teacher's retirement gift, not a 41 year. So I really
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on up for pictures. Come on up for pictures.
Yes.
I'm keeping my glasses on before
Come on back in for a picture.
Hello, sir. You're welcome.
Here, why don't we'll
Yeah, everybody slide
we're in the back row. Come on.
It's candy canes and it's
Ditch this for a second.
George got to take a snowsuit off.
Yes.
Hang on, I got 2 cameras. So everybody looking? Okay.
Okay, hang on. 1, 2. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how many years.
Nice being with you.
Thank you for saying such nice things about him. Thank you so much.
Okay, we still have to move this resolution. Still like to move this
I will have 10 seconds.
Okay, we had our discussion, so roll call please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan? Rice?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Okay, the resolution is adopted. Congratulations, thanks again, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, item 9 is a proclamation of gratitude for Wreaths Across America. I'd like to ask Council President Rice to please read this into the record for us.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I had the pleasure of presenting this this past Wednesday at Monmouth Battlefield State Park. The Wreaths Across America convoy made a stop there to honor Gold Star family members as well as to talk about the program a little bit. Councilwoman Rogers was with me as well. Reverend Sparks was there also. I was able to present this proclamation and give the physical copy to the director of the Wreaths Across America program. They were very grateful for all of our support and effort that we put with the program in Friel Borough. So, with honor, I will read this into the record. Borough Friel Proclamation of Gratitude for Wreaths Across America. Whereas the historical landscape of Monmouth Battlefield State Park stands as a testament to the courage and sacrifice of the Continental Army during the pivotal battle on June 28, 1778, and whereas the enduring spirit of service and remembrance is championed by organizations like Wreaths Across America, whose core mission is to remember the fallen, honor those who serve, and teach the next generation the value of freedom. And whereas Wreaths Across America conducts solemn nationwide ceremonies each December to ensure that the sacrifices made by our veterans are never forgotten, bridging the past with the present through acts of profound respect. And whereas Monmouth Battlefield State Park has been designated as a hallowed location for this annual ceremony, specifically on December 10th, 2025, where community members and volunteers will gather to lay wreaths in honor of the patriots who secured our independence. And whereas the annual observance reinforces the critical civic duty to educate youth about the price of liberty and to recognize the men and women, both past and present, who have borne the cost of defending our nation. Now, therefore, I, Kevin A. Kane, Mayor of the Borough of Freehold, do hereby proclaim our deepest gratitude and appreciation to the dedicated organizers, volunteers, and supporters of Wreaths Across America for their significant and tireless commitment to honoring our nation's heroes, ensuring that the legacy of those who served on this ground and across the world endures. We urge all citizens to support this invaluable mission and to participate in the annual ceremonies of Wreaths Across America. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and cause this proclamation to be affirmed this 10th day of December 2025. Kevin A. Kane, Mayor, Friel Borough.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, item 10 is our consent agenda. Just to note that matters listed on the items of the consent agenda required to conduct the day-to-day operation of the borough and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired of any items, that item will be considered separately. Would someone like to move consent agenda items CR1 through CR10?
I'll move this.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Rice?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda items CR1 through CR2 are adopted. At the end of our consent agenda, item 11 is the approval of bills.
I make a motion that we pay our bills.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes, but I abstain on 25-01775.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Our bill list for this evening's meeting is approved. Item 12 are public comments. If anyone from the public care to make comments to the governing body, please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Seeing no one in attendance from the public anymore, I make a motion that we close public comments for this meeting.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yes.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Okay, our public comments section is closed. Item 13 is council reports and comments. Start off with Council President Reich.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some events that have been going on this past week or so. Downtown Freehold put on a fantastic tree lighting last week. I'd like to thank Jeff again for calling out the boys to hit the big switch. They're still talking about it. And you've created Christmas monsters out of them. So thank you very much. Tomorrow night is the menorah lighting downtown at the Hall Records Plaza. Look forward to seeing you. Please dress warmly as well, because it's going to be another cold evening downtown. But we will light the lights and we will feel festive. 5 p.m. Yep. We will light the lights and feel festive, and we will warm ourselves by the menorah light. As I mentioned earlier, this past Wednesday was the Reese Across America ceremony at Battlefield State Park. It was well attended. It was really cool to see the portion of the convoy that broke off to attend the ceremony. There were about 8 to 10 tractor trailers, police escorts from all across the eastern seaboard, a motorcycle brigade, and various family members that were part of the convoy. And that was just a piece of the convoy on its way from Maine to Arlington. This past Saturday, we had our own Reed's Cross America ceremony downtown at Elks Point, sponsored by Olive Branch Lodge 16 Masons, and joined with the American Legion, the Marine Corps League, the Veterans of Foreign War, as well as members of both our council and the Freehold Township Mayor and Committee. I really appreciate your attendance that morning. It's one of those events that we get to do that is really meaningful, and I'm glad that we've been able to do that for, I think, over at least 15 years, if my memory serves. From the Elks Point, we went to Squirreltown to support Bethel AME, Squirreltown Cemetery, for the Reese Across America ceremony there. And just a quick comment, downtown was cold and windy, and the head of the lodge had to kind of fight the wind in order to be heard through the microphone system. When we went to Squirreltown and we got out our cars and we got up on the hill where the cemetery is located, it got so peaceful and so serene. There was no wind, the temperature jumped up a little bit, and it was just a different experience. And I find that so interesting that, you know, downtown in the busy intersection, we can have this solemn memorial and then go out to Squirreltown, and it was just even more solemn. It was even more meaningful. So thank you all who joined us for that. This past Saturday morning was also the Freehold Borough Basketball League's opening day. Kids had a great game, a great number of games. It was awesome to see them play. The coaches are doing a great job so far, and no doubt the kids are going to get much better as the season goes along. If you can make it out on a Saturday morning, please come out and have some fun. I saw online that this Sunday is the Freehold Department's Santa Escort, starting Sunday at 4. So if you hear fire trucks going through town, be on the lookout for the big man up on top waving as he goes by the houses. Just want to say that it's been my pleasure to serve as council president this past year. It's my honor to sit with all of you up here at this dais. I'm sorry that Sharon cannot be here with us tonight, but I know she's resting up with some ice packs. I want to thank you for the trust that you put in place in me. I will tell you that I still have in my back pocket a number of ordinances that we came up with while you were on vacation. So if you ever go away on vacation again, we're going to see about putting those into the record. So just keep in mind. Last but not least, Chag Sameach, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy and Healthy New Year, Happy Holidays, for whatever holiday you celebrate, especially Happy Festivus for the rest of us. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you. As we mentioned earlier, Councilwoman Schutzer is home nursing a few injuries. She had a little fall and nursing a sore rib and sore eye, and anyway, she wants everybody to know she's perfectly fine, but she's just home resting and recuperating. So, Sharon's not with us tonight, but, next Councilmember De Benedetto.
Yes, speaking about Sharon, typical Sharon going out to help somebody and getting hurt herself, but speedy recovery. Congratulations again to Bill and his family. Great job, great dedication, great loss for Real Borough. Not being on the planning board or unified planning board. Merry Kwanzaa to all those who celebrate. It's a great time of the year. Please shop downtown if you can. We were out of town, but my wife thought we should come back in town to spend money, but she doesn't understand the Macy's are all over the place, so we had to go to the Frio Macy's. Even though I was at the Eatontown Macy's. But I'd like to thank the extremely for the coal fire on Wednesday night to the Frio Fire Department under the leadership of Mike Wilson, O'Grady, Zuber, and Maxfield. Chief, thank you and your men for and all the outside mutual aid that they received. The fire came in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they didn't leave till 2. So I would just like to thank them. It was a very, very cold night, and as fires go in this situation, they just couldn't get to the burn. So, well, I'd like to just thank the chief on behalf of the mayor and council and the dedication to the town and trying to keep us safe. Steve, I'd like to thank the chief and Bob Lithgow for their contribution to the Northern Light, as we call it now, on Robertsville Road, for helping put the parking lot lighting to make people feel safe on that end of Robertsville coming in and out of the park. It's little things that matter sometimes, and
Sure.
if we can provide safety and light for people at nighttime, then so be it. There's one other thing I had to say, but I just can't remember what the heck it is. I'm getting old. That's the problem. Everybody, like I said, have a wonderful holiday, whatever you celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Jordan.
Thank you. I too want to congratulate Bill for tonight. Just listening to that resolution that was read, it just reflects the quality and the dedication of the volunteers that we have in Fairville. We're so lucky to have not just him, but just across the board on all of our committees. So thank you to all of them, and thank you to him. Hopefully he keeps going on his adventures around the world. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he'll do next. Just a couple of things that are coming up. The Recreation Holiday Decorating Contest. The judging will be through the 17th. So they ask everybody, we had 20 homes this year that participated. We're asking everyone to have their lights on by 5 p.m. just so the judging can go out and take place. And then we'll be, on the 18th, we'll be downtown at 5:30 to award the winners. And that is the same evening as the Gingerbread House contest that partnership is holding as well. So
And there's also the carolers at night downtown, and the PBA will be collecting toys at the gazebo for the annual PBA drive.
So it's going to be a busy evening, so everybody come on down. There's going to be a lot to do. A rabies clinic from the health department. We have a rabies clinic on January 10th. It's going to be at 1 p.m. It'll be at the fire department. Everyone's welcome to bring their pets down to have their pets vaccinated. And that's really about it. That's all I've got. I just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday season. Enjoy family, and reflect upon the blessings that we all have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rogers.
Thank you. Sharon's not here, but I just wanted to congratulate her again on throwing such a wonderful senior party. They really enjoyed themselves. My mom hasn't stopped talking about it. It was just really a nice event. It's nice to see, the seniors to be able to get out and socialize with their friends and have a nice lunch and be transported. Thank you to Jay for driving the bus, getting them there, and getting them back safely to their homes. Again, I just wanted to love to hear the one voice from Howell sing. They always do a beautiful job, and it's fun when they pull the kids up and have them participate with them. So it's always a highlight for me during the holiday seasons. And then the Reads Across America convoy, it was just like nothing I had ever seen. It was very moving to see the trucks and the police officers from all over the East Coast and, you know, the families and things like that. And they were just blowing their horns and waving. And it was just such a nice atmosphere. I wish I could have stayed for the program, but I had an appointment with the chocolate house. So we had to, I had to leave before the program. I just want to remind people that we are looking for volunteer organizations to help us help our neighbors in town. You know, like we had the snow this weekend, and we would, you know, we're looking for people to help those who can't get out and clear the snow and do things like that. And this is through, this is our HRAC who's looking to partner with groups so that we can kind of direct them and let them know where people need help. And then the last thing I want to mention is right now at the library, they are temporarily short-staffed due to illnesses and due to someone leaving. So before you head over to the library, just check the calendar and make sure that they are open and make sure that the program that you're interested in is still going on, because there had to be some schedule changes due to accommodate, you know, it being open during the day, at least 9 to 5. So just check before you head over to the library. I also want to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Just enjoy the time with your family and enjoy the spirit of the season. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Friedman.
Thank you. I too want to congratulate Bill Baricelli on his retirement from the planning board. Thank the police, firemen, and first aid for their hard work that evening at the fire. Want to touch base on 2 things from the code office. As people know and see online, there is a posting for a code official to lead a property maintenance specific department. So that, you know, we're going to be really cracking down on the code stuff beginning of next year with this new wing of this department. Also, when it comes to code with the snow, everyone should remember to, you know, when it's snowing or the roads are covered in snow, to get the cars off the road so the streets and roads and Department of Public Works can get everything cleared off safely for everyone. Do not throw snow back on the streets. That just creates more work for the streets and roads guys, and please remember to use your sidewalks. Other than that, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy holidays and a very happy and healthy New Year. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I went out to 3 other towns, on Sunday afternoon, and I have to applaud our DPW. I'm not gonna mention towns, because that would not be right, but our guys did a great job.
They did.
Compared to other towns.
And we weren't expecting this much snow, so they really were able to stay on top of it, which is really good.
Always. They're always great. I just want to congrats to Bill Baricelli. Thanks to everyone on that fire. That's I was thinking that day. Remember when the print shop burned in the market yard in the middle of a snowstorm? It was probably like 10 degrees out. Everyone got frozen. You know, the water was spraying back, and if you move, you could like a piece of ice. But thank you to everybody that responded. Like Mike said, it's a tough fire when it's under there, you know, under all that metal and everything to get those source. So did a great job. Thanks. So say happy holidays to everybody. Enjoy your time with family and friends, whatever you celebrate. Just, you know, be thankful for what you have and enjoy yourself. There being no further business, like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson Benedetto?
Yeah.
Friedman?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Reich?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.